What's going on? Go video. We're leaving the flea market right now. Show number 3. I did not get any footage of this show, which I probably should have. It was pretty. Oh yeah, that's the seatbelt. I don't wear that. Pretty crazy. I brought 42 pieces of electrical units, I guess you could call it, like receivers, CD players, DVD players, VHS players, everything you can think of. 42 units, and yeah, I got a little nervous. I didn't sell any units until 12:30, and I left at 2. So the last hour and a half I started selling units. That's not the only thing I brought, and I brought some other pretty good stuff, some pretty good lots, and some people got some pretty good items for cheap. And yeah, good time, good sales. We did $13.50 out of it. My setup cost was $30 for the space and $24 for tables. I used 7 tables of theirs, and I brought 2, so I had 9 tables of stuff on it. And what I noticed the last time I set up, where I only did $660, a lot of people didn't want to bend down to look at an item or sift through a box, where some people like to and some people don't like to. It just seemed like a lot of people didn't want to last week, so I decided to do tables so they didn't have to reach a little. And yeah, I think I did another 200 or 300 just for getting tables, you know. So you know, if they have them available, don't ever neglect the cost of a table. You know, there's a lot of old people that just don't want to bend over, and they want to see it like on the table. But yeah, good sales, good time, had fun. It's just story time. Story time. Z-do, story time. Z-do, story time. Z-deep, deep, deep, deep. Alright, story time. So the story goes, I had these pots that you make into like pipe shelving, and this guy goes, how much for all these? And I said 50, which I felt was a good price. And I'm like, you know, there's probably 100 there. You're at, you know, 50 cents each, and they're probably $3, $4 or $5 in the store each. So, you know, you're in good shape. And he's like, oh, all right. And then this other guy came by 20 minutes later and was like, how much are all these, you know, fittings? So I gave him the same spiel, 50. You know, there's about 100 of them in there. So you're at 50 cents each, you know. And he goes, oh, so I can buy a couple at 50 cents each? And I go, no, yeah, you said you have to buy them all in a lot at $50. He goes, I don't have to do anything. I go, no, you don't. You don't have to do anything at all. And then 2 seconds later, the guy that I told the 50 before, he comes over and just slaps 50 on the table. And he's like, yeah, I'll take them. Like right then, right when we were like, I don't have to give you anything. And I'm like, yeah, I know you don't. Right when I said that, the guy came over, boom, 50 right down on the table. Oh yeah, here's 50. And it shunned that guy right up. That wasn't the best sale, but you know, gratifying. That was the best sale. The second best sale was selling 11 units, receivers and DVD players and all that, in one shot to one guy. He owned a store out in Worcester, and I said to him, 42 units, $300 for all of them, 42 units. And he was like, that's a, you know, pretty good deal. I mean, he's at $8 to $7 a unit for a receiver or whatever, and most of it's all Sony. And so he's in good shape, and he's like, well, can I just pick a couple and I'll give you my number later? And I was like, yeah. So he picked out 10, and I was gonna say $150 for the 10. grabbed quite a few receivers, like 5 or 6 receivers, and he said, I'll give you 180 for all these here, and I said, yeah, that's fine. So good deal. He held up to that 20 receiver and 10 for anything else. So yeah, he paid the straight up price other than the deal price. So he was happy with that, and I got his number for a contact with his wife to dump more of that kind of stuff. They're looking for kids' bikes and DVD players, CD players, and receivers. So I'm at 20 on a receiver and 10 on any of those, and 10 on any free kids' bike that I get, and that's what I told him I would charge him. So yeah, good deal. So we came, we saw, we sold some big piles, and yeah, it was fun. So if you haven't set up at a flea market before, I would recommend setting up at a flea market. It's always good to have a nice little mix where you're not subjected to just one buyer or one clientele. That way you covered your whole ground, and that's why my inventory is so mixed up, is that I have a flea market rotation that I revolve, and my eBay store kind of reflects that. So like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think, and let me know if you think I'm doing it right, doing it wrong, and keep pushing me along these videos. Thanks for stopping by. Peace. Keep picking.